Okay, good morning. It's good to be with you. Sometimes it feels like, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday again. It's always good to have these weekly inward experiences together because it kind of shows me when week after week I'm churning through the same issue over and over again. It's like it's like a nice mile marker of like, oh yeah, yep, I was working on this last week and I was working on this the week before. And I'd love to blame it on eclipse season. That sounds like a really fun thing to do. I'm going to blame it on the eclipses and assume that it's random. But as I look at the karma that's showing up in my life consistently over and over, because karma is so consistent. It's so beautifully consistent for us. As I look at the themes of karma, I'm able to really build my responsibility for creating this quantum field because we've been talking about quantum work, right? And that's really where I've been studying spiritually. So, for those of you who have done my inner alignment work, we can look at the destination vibration, which is just practicing the vibration of that which you desire. And or we can start to look at it from a quantum perspective of really leaping into that version of ourselves that already is in the field and the experience of that which we desire, right? So that's a lot of what I've been teaching lately are those two things. Now what I'm doing personally is starting to integrate my karma work, my forgiveness work, my shadow work, and the real painful parts of my ego personality. So I would call that forgiveness and shadow work, lineage work with the quantum work. So much of what I've been doing through feel and process or going into the somatic of the hard stuff has been about revisiting similar subject matter. It's always about my daughters, and it's always about what they're choosing versus what I want them to be choosing. Karmically, that's what shows up for me. That's Kim Beekman's work. Okay. So your subject matter is probably going to be consistent. I have 3 daughters. I've struggled with this all 3. Not very novel situations. Yeah. That's how I know they're karmic. That's how I know I'm going through that lesson spiral deeper and deeper to the center of who I am. So all of us are churning through our subject matter, whether it's body image or relationships or finances. It's like, oh, it's here again. It's here still. It's here again. It's here still. And that's what I'm calling karmic. It's just lessons that I keep revisiting, and hopefully I'm getting to a deeper consciousness about who I am and who I am not. And I don't mean changing who I am so much, but really surrendering in, purifying, cleansing, releasing in that space of the karma that's just shown up for me. Without manifesting my way out of it, really surrendering into it. That has been my work through the forgiveness and lineage and shadow work. Oh, I just said this terrible thing. I feel painful shame and I feel bad and wrong. Let me work with that. And then over here has been this quantum piece. And what I believe is that we can do both in parallel with each other. We can go into the depth of the karma and the pain and the shadow and the shame here, and also work ourselves into the space that doesn't hold that shame, the space that doesn't care too much. I heard a channeling recently, and it said the basically the way to overcome karma is to not care. The way to heal relationships is to not care. And I thought it was a brilliant, and if you took it at face value, it doesn't sound right, but really, how do I let go of caring so much about every word I say and everything I did and what they think and what I think and all of that, right? What does it feel like to move into a space maybe that's more carefree, that has more freedom from all of the meaning that I put on everything? Does that make sense? So the quantum work is this deep understanding that this universe and these situations come without any meaning. We are the ones that ascribe meaning to everything. Our mental body ascribes the meaning. And it's fascinating. We do this positively. Oh, I just saw 4 on the clock, 3 fours on the clock. That must mean the angels are with me. Okay, that's a great way to put meaning on a clock. That's okay if that's the meaning we want to put on the clock. That's a very positive meaning. We could put the same negative meaning on the clock. Oh, 6:06 is a negative meaning. But the truth is that we are making meaning about things that are benign and things that matter maybe too much for us. Maybe it just matters a little bit too much. And that's where I feel like the quantum work can be really beneficial. Yes, I have karma. Yes, I'm playing out with my kids. Yes, I feel blame and shame and all of that. And that's mine. That's my shadow work. But we often get stuck there. We often churn in there. You know, Abraham Hicks talks about getting on the high flying disc. And we're like, I got an anchor on my ankle. I can't get on my high flying disc. And it's not until you shift into the consciousness of really, at any point, I am holographically creating my reality. And even when things are painful, I can really bring myself into the consciousness that I am the one ascribing all of the meaning. And what is a life without ascribing meaning to every single thing I say or they say or that happens, and projecting that meaning into the future or looking at the meaning in the past? What does it look like to be so deeply in this present moment and willing to leap in, jump into the part of me that truly knows that I am the meaning maker on everything? And then at any point, I can leap into another version of myself that makes a totally different meaning about this situation. And then through law of attraction, attract more of that kind of meaning. Are you following me? Now, holding both of these dimensions of consciousness is really hard. If we only hold this, there is the risk of spiritual bypassing. And those of us on the path know that somatically, we have energy stored in our body. We have trauma packets, we have memory, we have belief system wired into the neurosynaptically into the brain and the neurochemistry. So there's a very real somatic aspect to this karma, these beliefs, these feelings, this neurochemistry. And the goal is to not ignore that. The goal is to bring presence to that, to bring awareness, to get our lessons, and to not get trapped in that second dimension consciousness, to be able to move into fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dimension consciousness simultaneously, holding both of these awarenesses at the same time. So I had originally come into this meditation today to do this, the karma, the suffering, the pain, because that's what I'm feeling today. I'm feeling the angst of being a human and failing miserably and hurting people and being hard on myself. And I can just feel the tears come up as I share that. And feeling that humanness and the experience of that part of me. And what we're going to do today, and my hope is that sharing that emotion brings you into the part of yourself that's in that pain or angst or struggle. With the shoulds or the woulda, coulda, shouldas, the grief, the shame. While at the same time, really, truly, and I don't mean in a spiritual bypassing way, knowing that I am creating that whole paradigm of shame and grief and pain and bad mother and bad person and who the hell am I to be a spiritual teacher when I struggle day to day, and right, I am creating that paradigm. I am deciding that that's what I want to experience. And because I have free will, I can also hold the vibration of being okay in the light of who I am without the meaning. So typically with quantum, I'm saying, yeah, let's leap into a new meaning. But today, really what I'm playing with within my own introspection is, what is this situation without any meaning? Without any good, bad, right, wrong, woulda, coulda, shoulda, what did they say? What did I say? What could I? Without any of that. And I'd love to bring that to you so that you can actually feel into that part of you that is your oversoul, that part of you that's using this little seed of you, that's the physical body, this 0.01% of you that is incarnated in this very dense dimension on earth to play out the experience of contrast and light and dark and figuring out who you are. That's like 0.01% of us. 99.9% of us is the spiritual light-filled being that we already are, living in the dimension of love and sacred light. So from a quantum perspective, I am feeling this seed of me that's playing out this really painful, dramatic theatrical production. And I'm shifting into more quantum experience of myself as the soul, as the higher consciousness that is creating this seed of an experience. And if you'll allow, as I'm talking, allow yourself to go into the more expansive aspect of yourself. That's not playing out an earthly human theatrical drama. That knows exactly who you are as the light. Just breathe into that 99.9% of you that is the highest consciousness. Breathe in and expand into that high conscious space where you are love. Just breathe. Nice deep breath. You'll probably need to enter that space through your fifth dimension portal of your sacred heart. So breathe into your chest. And as you breathe into your chest, just feel what it's like as you connect into your heart. Your heart is your portal to Christed consciousness, heaven on earth. So feel the breath in the back, your upper back, and your chest. And as you're in your body, you can feel the weight, the gravity of this seed of physical realm that you chose to incarnate into. While at the same time, as you breathe into your heart, allow yourself to tap into the expansiveness of your higher self, of your soul. Part of you that's not needing to place meaning on the present moment, but is willing to be so deeply in the frequency of divine love, the love that you already are. Maybe you feel and experience that as the pink light or the pink fuchsia flame, the rose gold flame. But for me, it comes through the back of me and straight over my head. Notice what it feels like to pull into that fifth dimensional divine self. Like going up the elevator a few floors to feel into the part of you that knows that there's so much of you beyond this physical and mental theatrical production. We're just focusing on the part of you that is divine love, that has pure intent. Just breathing in, feeling yourself tap into that love in this present moment. Without any meaning about love, and just breathe until you can feel that love from the upper dimension of yourself pour in to this moment in this body. Just feel that chalice within your heart fill with that sweet nectar of divine love until it overflows. I am divine love. I am divine love. Aham Prema. Aham, Prema. And as you take a deeper breath, allow the love that you are to relax every part of you. Feel yourself receiving it into every cell, all of your muscles. Receive it into every organ, into your bones, your brain. Notice what that feels like. To me, it feels like peace, ease. I am loved. As you feel that seep in, allow yourself to tap into that golden flame, that golden light, tapping into the wisdom, the divine wisdom dimension. And we do this through the third eye. So begin to breathe now into this space between the eyebrows as you still feel your heart completely open to the divine love. Begin to feel the third eye. Like a big door opening in the third eye, and welcome in that golden light. It can come in through the space between the eyebrows or from above the head. Just feel the third eye in the brain, the mind, shifting into the divine wisdom. Consciousness of all that is. I am divine wisdom. Feel that sacred consciousness pouring in as you call yourself into this higher dimension that you are. Just feel the ego mind being flooded with the divine mind, that eighth dimension consciousness. You may feel your eyes roll back. Just use your breath to get flooded with the wisdom that you are. I am that I am. Feel yourself like a sponge, pulling that divine wisdom into your cells. Bringing with it the ability to move like God or Christ or an angel through your day, through your relationships, feeling that consciousness anchor in to the divine love that you are. This isn't just imaginary. This is the 99.9% of you that lives outside of your body. So tap into the realness of this love, of this God consciousness that lives in your cellular structure. This is you. This is the truest part of you. So now breathe into this divine love through your heart. It's already piped into your heart. You don't have to do anything except just bring awareness to just how expansive and vast the love within and through you is. As you breathe in through your third eye and allow the access to the deep knowing, that God conscious knowing. Begin to feel the head and the heart merge into that rose gold light, the golden pink light. Feel it move through your spine and through your nerves as it connects into every cell, every atom in your body. As it brings in the new consciousness to those old situations. You're just tapping in to your higher wisdom that doesn't put any meaning on any situation, that doesn't need to blame the eclipse or yourself or the other person or feel victimized or hurt. So see if you can hold this feeling of love and wisdom. Begin to allow this to channel into that situation, that karma, that meaning that you are making in that small physical realm life. Just channel it in now. Place it in your hands, that situation. Feel the light from the heart and the third eye flow in. And as you hold that situation or person in your hands and feel the light flow in from the third eye and the heart, if you'd like, and the human part of you, allow yourself to begin to roll into the Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all that meaning. I'm so sorry for everything that I made up. I'm sorry for everything I had to play out to learn. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive and release me of the meaning that you made up. Please release me of that meaning. Please release me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please release me of this theatrical play that we've played out with each other. Please forgive and release me. I release you. I release you as the nemesis. I release you from the stage. I forgive you and I release you fully and completely. Thank you for forgiving and releasing me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love 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 you. Deep breath in here. Just feel the light transmuting. Feel the wisdom and the love alchemizing the situation. Into pure white light. So just see that golden and pink light moving through that situation in your hands and watch it transmute into the white light. Just like a bird, let it go. Just release it straight up to source. When you tap into the I am loved, I am wise, throughout the rest of the day, begin to work and rewire yourself back into your higher dimension consciousness, the 99.99% of you that is already whole, that is already healed, that already knows your true self, that doesn't hold anything against you, that doesn't carry anything, truly. And as you breathe into that, seal up this practice in your body, in your thoughts, by giving your mind a little bit of play in this space of the oversoul, of your higher self, When I go into it, it's like a space that has no gravity. It's free and it's light. It's expansive. And I almost go into a space of feeling pixelated, like there's so much space within me. So see if you can tap into that as you start to come out of this meditation. See if you can allow the experience of you off stage. The part of you that's above this stage. And as you do this, I'm going to urge you to open your eyes as you go into this part of you. Open your eyes and make eye contact with me. See if you can keep all of the dimensions of yourself. The part of you that's, and the part of you that's right here in this physical realm. That's where the rubber meets the road in this practice, is taking all of this practice of our upper dimensional selves and the lower dimensional selves and being able to bleed it into this middle dimension consciousness right here. So thank you for being here and doing this work on yourself. I love you. Namaste.